Okay, so normally we wait for everybody to get here, and we walk in together in case anybody pulls anything they shouldn't. We're all gonna be here to help. It's just gonna be a raw footage video, non-scripted. Just trying to dodge all the mobs. There are some dog patrols as well. To keep in mind, we are pretty decently geared at this point, so it's gonna be a little bit skewed from what it's gonna look like when we do it on Soulseeker, but it is what it is. And if there's anything I forget, guys, just remind me. So you're gonna need the key from Darmal East to open this door, so you have to do Darmal East first or have a rogue to open. We normally wait for everybody to get here before we go in because the patrols start when you enter the dungeon. This pack over here that I'm marking can be different mobs. It can be more mobs, it can be less mobs, it can be same kind, different kinds. You can reset the dungeon if you have a really hard pack there, if you don't have enough CC. Try to get a better one. Normally we kill the Mage Lord first and just off-tank the Brute. If there are more mobs, we can use some CC. These mobs will turn and hit a melee player. Doesn't mean they have aggro. It's just an ability they do.
You should never be close to anything named Brute.
Yeah, we can sheep one here, even though we don't need it. In this place, there can be a cockroach as well, so you need to be mindful of that with the demo shout and area effect abilities. You can potentially pull the pack that I marked with a skull over there, or the guy behind there. There's a roach. There will be a patrol as well that's gonna walk from up there down to here. These guys, they polymorph and frostbolt, so you want to interrupt the polymorph at least. Big loot. You want to pull this pack back.
One from behind.
Yeah, patrol is coming from behind now. Normally you could wait for this. In a less scared group, you're not gonna kill us fast. Also, we have a bunch of world buffs running.
I guess important side note is if you go in stealth near those dogs, they will pull. They pull further when you're in stealth than normally.
Yeah. Here, you send in somebody to pick the key. Rest of the group can continue on this pack here. Also pull back because the boss is gonna walk to the edge here. The boss will never turn the corner. He will always just walk to the edge of it and turn back.
Be aware of where he is all the time.
So this is a spot where you don't want to stealth, because this dog here can aggro, even back here. You want to cross here when the boss is with out of range. Here you're gonna need a rogue. No, sorry, the courtyard key from that you just picked from the chest. There was an eye down there. We usually just mark it up so we know when it's coming. This guy here has Mortal Strike, so he can do some damage. You can disarm. This guy has Banish. And the demon have a stun. So usually kill the demon first. Warlock after, so nobody gets banished, and you just off-tank the Reaver. And you can wait for the eye to come up, or you can just blast it the first thing you do, like that. The thing about the eyes are when they aggro, they will open a portal and start summoning. They're gonna summon 2 Void Walkers that are really bad. They have Shadow Volley, and they hit quite hard as well in melee. It's just a bug pack. There was a route here. It can be a few different things. It can be a entangle, it can be a poison cloud, it can be nothing, or it could be these slashers that spawn. There's also one behind this tree here sometimes. We mark up the boss, wait for him to move away, then we're gonna pull the pack over here. Marking Invis in there, he's gonna go and put the frost trap, which requires the frost oil and the thorium widget. And we LOS pull this pack. We have an eye, you're gonna have to kill the eye. We got an insta banish there on the person that is second on threat is gonna be banished. Here you can just wait for the boss, or if you have killed the patrol fast or the dust pack fast, you can pull these guys. But we're just gonna wait for now.
If you gotten a key,
there's no stress to do it.
Yeah, if you gotten a key, do not release the goblin if you need to make a suit.
Yeah, the goblin is over there. It requires the Gordok key to free him. Once you free him, you get access to the little crate he has there, which can contain some tailoring patterns.
And hide of blue light.
So now the boss is trapped and will not be a danger to us anymore. There's a bunch of critters here.
Maybe we can show how far the aggro range is on the back behind as well.
We can do it on the one upstairs in the corner.
So normally you would assign like one rogue to kick one warlock and another warrior or something else to interrupt the banish on the other one. Keep in mind we are not using a lot of CC here because of our gear, but it is completely viable to CC in every pack here. And also pretty much encouraged early on. This pull here, if you pull on this guy, I'll show Evison, you can step back. You should not get the one in the back. Makes it a little bit easier. Also you need to be wary here because these guys on the side here, they have a really long aggro range. So always hug the side here when you're pulling. And pull back.
Just demonstrate the aggro range as well, yeah.
Yeah, so I will slowly just walk into range here. You see, quite far away. This box here contains the tannin that you need for the suit, so I'll just try to pick it up if I don't have one. I think, or is it unique or not?
They can stack.
Is not unique.
When you loot this, it will spawn a mob up here, the bushwhacker. The tannin is used to make the suit. I believe it is 8 rugged leather and 4 bolts of rune cloth and 2 of the runic leather thread to make the suit. If you're a tailor or a leatherworker and you free knot, you will get, or when you turn in the suit to him downstairs below here, the little goblin, you will learn the recipe to craft it yourself as well. He will give it to you if you give him mats, but you can also learn it and then you only have to pay half the materials. This pack on the side here is skippable if you hug the wall here. This door requires either a rogue with lockpicking or a large C4M charge or better. This pack here we normally either sap and sheep or just sheep one of them. They also have a long aggro radius. You can show them. You can sap the blue one and okay, never mind.
Sorry.
I'd recommend using all CC that you have on these packs, just to make it easy. So now we're in front of Captain Crumcrush. There's 2 options to get past him. Either you can kill him or you can use the suit. We are not going to use the suit right now because we're going to show you how to kill him if you need to do it. When he gets to 50%, he's going to spawn 2 adds right here, 2 of these reavers. So what we do is we have the healer stand quite far away. We're going to have the mage Nova when they spawn and sheep 1. And we're going to focus down the boss. As you can see on the tooltip here, he has Call Reavers at 50% and he has Mortal Cleave. which is a mortal strike. Plus, he has retaliation. So, what you want to do here is we're gonna pull him. We're gonna blast him down
He also
to...
fears.
He's got a fear, yeah, so you're gonna Death Wish as a warrior, or Tremor Totem, or anything of the sort. Once he gets close here, I'm gonna disarm to negate the retaliation. As you see behind, the mobs have spawned.
Want me to shot it? Slash counter.
Dang it.
If you use a suit, you have to make sure that your whole party is far away from the boss, because there is like when you use the suit, everybody stands here, one person goes to talk to him, the person with the suit, you wait until he starts moving, until you start moving. Because he can become hostile, but uninteractable. So he can hit you, you cannot hit him.
That's a patriot moment.
If that happens, yeah, it's a good time to petri.
Resist.
The captain here has a fear. It's interruptible. It can be 2 captains even. You do not have to kill this pack here, you can just walk to the side. And you want to drink up before you enter the arena. There's a dog pack up here that you're gonna want to wait for. And once you engage combat in the arena here, you cannot drink anymore, you'll be stuck in combat. So make sure your healer is full mana before you pull. It's not much of an issue for us right now though, so I'm just gonna go ahead. So we're only gonna kill King Gordok. We're gonna not kill Chorash. He can be 3 types of mob. Basically, he can be a shaman, a priest, or a mage, and he has different abilities depending on which one he is. You can see the difference on his staff. I believe this one is a shaman. So what we do is we just interrupt him basically, and we go for the boss. The boss has a Mortal Strike, a stun, a charge, Sunder Armor. So let the tank be top threat, and it should be okay. So he has a totem there, as you saw. When the boss is dead, this guy will come and you will talk to him, get the king buff, which will make you friendly to everything in the dungeon except for the bugs. And you talk to him twice, then you get the chest. We're just gonna go for the buffs now. If you, for whatever reason, get a disconnect in the dungeon or log out and log back in, you will lose this buff. So you will need to retake it. We have had people that have logged out next to one of the bosses in the end to be a nice person and portal people out. And when you log back in, you don't have the buff, he is hostile to you. So that's an insta-petri as well, if that would ever happen.
Make raid.
Yeah, at this point you can make your party into a raid if you have people that are waiting outside to get buffs. So you can go ahead and do that, Slush. Or sorry,
And give
Imbecile.
everyone assist. Yeah. And we also give everyone assist normally. For everything to glide smooth.
You can also share the loot in the box with other people if you don't need it with someone else.
So the goblin that teaches you the recipe is this guy. If you have the Gorda key, you can free him from his shackles. He will have another option to speak to him to free him. And you will get access to the little... he will spawn a crate. But here, you will take the spell crit buff. Slip kick savvy. Keep in mind, if you have already one of these buffs running with lesser time remaining, you will not get a refresh. You will have to click it off and take it again. Also, if you speak to him at the same time as somebody else, the animation doesn't go off, so you're gonna have to wait a little bit. On the way out, by the way, there could be a respawn of the green eyes, and if you charge a roach, for example, next to an eye, the roach will social aggro on the eye, even if it is friendly to you at the moment, and it will spawn ads because you cannot attack it. Guard Fungus, we always stop somewhere up in this courtyard, preferably in the dead center, right here. Never down when he's walking down there or on this side here. Because he will obstruct the way for the next person coming into the dungeon. He stays for about 5 minutes in place. Now we're taking 2 of the buffs. And since we have this King of the Gordok, we can interact with Stomper Krieg here. And he will be able to sell you some volatile rum stuff, but mainly the Gordok Green Grog, which is a nice, pretty much free buff food for 10 stamina. If you don't have the Rum's Rum Black Label, this is your best option. Be careful to walk up here, there are bugs that are not friendly to you. That's pretty much it. When you've taken your buffs, you can hearth out or leave party to get
you can get a mage portal
hearth
too.
out. We could get a mage portal. Thank you. After we've taken the buffs, you get to the flight path and you fly to Fellwood to get the Songflower, and you can boon those together. And that's about it. Thank you for watching.